Hi everybody, Keith Abraham here. Have you ever felt stuck, stale and stagnant rather than being successful and significant? I work with lots of leaders around the world, and one of the things I often talk to them about is there's 3 levels that you can operate on as a leader. You can be in survival mode, you can be successful, or you can truly be significant. What does that really look like? You can just get by, be good at what you do, or be great at what you do. You want to be great at what you do. And so one of the things I wanted to share with you in this video is really about how do you move from stuck to being significant. What I can tell you is there's always this gap sometime that leaders get stuck in. And what does that look like? It looks like your current success cycle. And sometimes what we do is we let this success cycle run a bit too long before we get into the next success cycle. This requires change. It requires you to think different, be bigger, be bolder, be braver in your thinking to move yourself forward. And so often what we find is that the reason why people do not progress is because they don't embrace the uncertainty, the unknown, the uncomfortable, the inconvenient. They don't spend enough time in gaining clarity, building up their confidence, looking at what they can change to create certainty, and more importantly, start to become consistent. So I wanted to share with you a number of key areas on what you can look at. In other words, those roadblocks that you need to remove to becoming this significant leader. So let me share those with you as we go through. There's about 16 of these, by the way, so strap yourselves in. Here's the first one. Are you energized and are you entrepreneurial in your thinking? See, even though you work inside an organization, inside a corporate business, you have to be energized for your team members. In other words, you have to be passionate, but you have to be entrepreneurial in your thinking. You have to be looking and thinking a bit bigger, bolder and braver. You need to have clarity, and you need to constantly be adjusting your business. You need to be adjusting your true north to work out, bringing your boat back on course, bringing your business back on course with clarity and certainty. Do you have great strategies and systems in place to give you consistency? Are you prepared to change and evolve before you need to, before you're made to, before you have to? Are you prepared to capitalize on the opportunities rather than being hesitant moving forward? They're the first 4. Let's look at the next 4. Do you create a culture? Have you sat down and articulated what your DNA is in your business, in your team? Even though there's just 2 or 3 people in your business, what are your not negotiable standards? Because the standard you walk past is the standard you accept. And are you creating great connections with your team? Not just communicating with them, but creating a connection. Do you collaborate with your team? Work with them. Do they see you as the living example? And are you being a great coach? Not just a wonderful manager, a great leader, but are you being a significant coach to them? Are you building your profile and positioning in your marketplace to become the authority or the expert, the go-to person, not only in your business, but in your industry? Have you been conscious enough to do that? Have you spent the time, energy, and effort in educating yourself and enhancing your expertise moving forward? By the way, you don't have to pick all of them, but pick one that goes, whoa, that's exactly what I need to do. Let me show you the next 4. Influence in education. What are you doing to educate yourself and to move yourself forward? But educating yourself not just for you, but also educating your people. Are you the person that's training them and developing them, doing the joint field or the virtual team meetings with them to make sure they're on the right track? Are you great at presenting and pitching to people? Are you productive? Are you proactive? Could you work out ways to save time, to save energy, to save effort? Are you taking some time to question the status quo, to be innovative, to initiate, to put your hand up and volunteer? And the final 4 is, have you got the right mindset to create momentum in your role? Are you measuring and monitoring the things that really matter? Not just the dollars and cents, but are you measuring engagement? Do you have great routines and rituals in place that give you consistency? And finally, Are you excellent at implementing and executing a plan? So the question I've got for you is, which roadblock do you need to be working on right now? And more importantly, what's one specific action you need to be able to take to move yourself towards what you want, to move yourself beyond where you are now as a leader? Now, I gave you 16 things, and obviously there was 2 in each, so there's 32 ideas and thoughts there. Don't try and pick all 32, but pick 1 or 2 or 3. I love this quote from Sir Edmund Hillary, and he said, "It's not the mountain we conquer but ourselves. It's not the marketplace, it's not the industry, it's not the set of circumstances we're in right now. It's always you. It's always about you conquering you. It's about you getting out of your way. It's about you becoming the best version of you, not the second best version of someone else." Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch. Bye now.